What do I not understand about open? What do you mean you don't understand? You get enough people to buy into something and then convince other people to buy into it. It will drive up the price. And it will continue to do so until people decide they made enough money on it and will start selling into the buyers. The problem is that the people who buy on the way up didn't have a plan. So now they're thinking, oh shit, I bought, it's falling, I need to buy some more. The problem is at some point they run out of liquidity. And because the hype around it is falling, is dying off because it's no longer going up, it just continues to fall. And that's how bag holders are created. We played open. When did we buy open? It was $1.81, right? When we bought it, or $1.41 when we played open. And I even told everybody here in the community, I said, guess what? This is starting to get a lot of chatter online. There's a lot of chatter online, and it's not just on one site. We're getting it across multiple sites. Probably going to be an inflow. And I played it from 141 to 2 something. I got mine and got out. I mean, I'm glad for people who decided to continue to play it, make a few more bucks. But let me tell you how you know this is the top. Do you want to know how you know that this is the top? Do you want to know? Here's where we played it. We actually bought before. We're really good at getting into these things. We just kind of follow the momentum, look what's going on, see what's happening, and follow it. We jumped into this. It was actually $1.14. Sorry, we jumped into $1.14 or something like that. And we played it all the way up to $2.50. We made 100% on this. It ended up going the next day up to $7. Came back down, went again. Here's how I know that we're close to the top on this. You want to know how you know you're close to the top on this? ETHZ. That's a stock that we day traded like a week ago. Here's how we know we're the top of open, and it's not a bubble, okay? I'm just saying how you know the top. Once this happens, this is when you know that there's liquidity, there's gonna be a liquidity crisis. What happens is when people are trying to, the first people who get in, you know, there's already people that are already in that are down. They're gonna be the first ones to sell when they get green, because they're like, I'm not holding this anymore. Then you've got the people that are gonna try to get in and pump it, right? The first group of people. Then when it starts to gain traction, you get the secondary group of people. These are all the people that make money. Tertiary is the wild card. Does this actually get enough people to squeeze it to the upside? Or are these people like going to be the ones that buy and then it goes up a bit and they're like, oh, it's going to keep going. Then it falls. They don't sell, so they add a little bit more. But whatever. Then you've got your level 4 and above. Those are the suckers. Those are the exit liquidities. Tertiary is the beginning of exit liquidity, but then the next level is exit liquidity. What happens is then it gets enough attention.
Welcome, Cash
but it's not getting enough attention. So what do? You start posting videos called, you know, the squeeze is happening. Then they give themselves a name. How do you create more exit liquidity? How do you create more exit liquidity? You give people a reason to buy and hold. There are people that are still holding GameStop for the MOAS. Now, you give them an identity. People love to have an identity. Why do you think politics is so big now? I'm a MAGA. I'm a social democrat. I'm an anarchist. I'm a conservative. Everybody, because people, everybody has a fucking condition now and a diagnosis. So I have ADHD. I have OCD. I have bipolar. I have DID. I have this. I'm this. I'm that. Genders, right? There are people out there who literally put he, him, and she, her in their fucking bio. Like we get it. Like if you want to be identified as something other than what we plainly see, then you can put a pronoun. But why would you put pronouns of like it doesn't make sense, right? Like it doesn't make sense. Like why you know, if you want me to call you something different, then put it there. Otherwise, I'm going to go to default, right? I'm going to revert to the default setting, right? So everybody wants to have an identity. Everybody does. That's why everything is going nuts nowadays, right? Everybody wants to feel like they're not lost or alone or whatever. They want to feel like they're a part of something. So what do? You create an idea. The AMC apes, right? GameStop diamond hands. The open army. Well, now we have an identity. We are a community of open shareholders. Oh, so you believe in the company long term? No. Have you seen their balance sheet? No. What about their debt to the ratio? No. What about the dilution they're doing? Huh? Open army. Oh, okay. So now I have somebody to sell to. All I got to do is keep the hope alive and they'll keep buying shares. And then you give them a price target of $82. But none of these people, if you call yourself open army, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're just trying to get a banger. But the problem with a banger is, where do you sell? No one's going to tell you where to sell. Nobody in this is going to tell you to sell. They're all saying it's going to 82. Okay, what makes you think that? Well, because of this. You need so many things. You need the whole world to get in there, but you give them an $82 price target, and now they'll hold. So you can get in and sell it to them at $5. And then when it drops down to $3 and they're buying more and you get a nice little shelf there, you can go back in again. And then the next push up is going to, it's just a consistent thing. This is going to look like this for a while, and it's going to have spikes all the way down. Honestly, if I wasn't streaming, I would love to use OpenDoor as a fucking as a bankroll right now. I would just buy every shelf, every decent sized volume shelf, keep up with all the little fucking forums of everybody's like open army, wait for the squeeze, see all, not squeeze, but the push up, all the little posts like, here we go, it's the next one, everybody jump in, watch it go up, and then the first moment of volume sell off and kind of like chop, dump that shit, and then wait for the next round. Because this is how this works. These people are being manipulated and they don't even know it. They don't think so. They think it's like a cult, right? You tell somebody a cult, you go, hey man, you're in a cult. Man, fuck you. You don't know. You're in a cult. I'm not in a cult. We are a community. No, I get that. But like, why is the guy banging your wife? He's not banging my wife. He is sleeping with all of our wives because that is what the God intended. Who told you that? How dare you question him? I'm not questioning him. I'm like, you're literally, he makes you watch this happen. And I am blessed for that to happen. Bro, you're in a cult. I'm not in a cult. You're just jealous that you weren't accepted into this community. I get it, but you have claymores inside of the bathroom. Like, do you understand? Like there's claymores there. Yes, because the dear leader has stated that Satan and the demons will come to attack us at one day. They will take form, of government agents, but we'll know it's really the demons that are coming to take us because they don't want us to spread the message. It's a claymore, bro. It's a fucking claymore. Like that, it's not even legal to own. Our laws, we are governed by the laws of the Lord and not of man. Bro, you can't have that. Yes, we can, and we are going to heaven. I'm sorry, and we are going to $82. Hashtag open army. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry, I blacked out a little bit there. But the thing is that, like, so when you ask me what do I think is going to happen with Open, I think Open is going to be used to dunk on newer retail traders and degenerates, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah, Stocky, well, say that what you want, but I'll see you at $82. Okay. It's like, so you're selling at 82? What if it gets to 81 and never gets to 82 and you held all the way and then you sell for a loss? Like, you see what I mean? Like, these are all people waiting to be told what to do. I'm not even kidding. I'm not making this up. And I'm not even shitting on people in general. But most people that get involved in these kinds of stock things nowadays, they are waiting to be told what to do. They don't have a plan for sell. What's your price target? And how did you get it? 82. How did you get that? Because openarmy.com. What? $9. What gives you a $9 price target? Even if you manage to get half the world to get in to do it, how do you know? I don't know how we timed it with GameStop, but the day it went over $400, that was like, okay, guys, this is it. This is the moment. This is time to sell. And I got so much hate for that, especially because it ended up going up another 20% to like 480 that day. But I even said that day when it was at 400, 420, I'm like, this is when you need to sell. Like, and people thought I was the biggest fucking Benedict Arnold in history. How could you start telling people to sell when this is the moment where we need more and more people to buy? You're creating people selling. You're going to cause. I'm like, dude, the whole world is watching my stream today. This is the top. Okay, this is the top. I'll never forget that day. 70,000 people watching the stream. And it went to 420, 69, whatever. And this is when I was like, if you're in this, you should probably start selling now, because this is the peak. This is most likely the peak, because you're not going to get attention for more than one day on something like this. Like, everybody comes to watch the event. Imagine you saw a goddamn, building explode and set on fire, right? Everyone watches it for a day. But then the next day it's still burning and fire and stuff like that. But people are like, oh, that was kind of cool, but I got other shit to do or whatever like that. Unless something new happens. And I got a lot of hate for that, and that's fine. You mean your most botted stream? I actually wasn't botted. That was a wild day. I was getting rated by people. It was like somebody rated me with like 6,000 viewers, and it was like I didn't even know, because it's just so crazy. Open has a lot of mess to get through, but 14 seems like a good out. Then dip and rebuy. You said a lot without saying anything. Like, I'm not being mean to you, but like, what is that? What is that? This company has a lot of mess to get through, but 400% higher is a good out on this. So is that based on the fundamentals? Is that based on hoping enough people buy and hold and then bring in more people that buy at a higher level to put the price up? If this thing holds above $5 again, they're going to do another offering. This is AMC all over again. There must have been actual content that day instead of this rehashed rage baity content. God bless. You really are a piece of shit. You know that? Like, if you were always negative, I wouldn't mind. Or if you were always negative, positive, I wouldn't mind. But like, you go from being like saying something really super nice to then being the biggest piece of shit in the world and back and forth every single day. And like, I honestly think you have some kind of disorder, and I'm not joking. Like, I think you have some kind of like bipolar fucking, shit going on, and I hope you get help. I really do. I really do. That wasn't being mean. I'm being dead serious. You're so mean today. I'm not being mean at all. I literally am not being mean. This is do you want to go look at his chat history? What do you actually think of OpenDoor as a company, though? Fun fact, I actually tried to use OpenDoor. I was thinking about using OpenDoor to sell this house, but then the HOA stopped it, and they made a new rule because of me. But what do I think about OpenDoor? I think it was a disruptive technology, and I think that in a very hot market, it has got value. If you start seeing a lot of sales come on the market and people want to get out quick without, spending, a lot of different things, I think that there's something there. But what they have is now not as disruptive as it used to be, and the housing market is dead. There are 500,000 more sellers than buyers right now. It is more expensive to buy a pre-existing home than a new home right now. So if that's the case, people aren't going to go to OpenDoor for a quick exit, because there's no real reason to quick exit a house. And with the housing market the way it is, where are those numbers going to come from? Now, if we started seeing a dip in the housing market, like a bunch of people start selling all of a sudden, and then there was capitulation in certain areas where people are trying to hit the market fast before the next drop, then OpenDoor is a great opportunity. Hey, can you buy my house? Sure. Boom, take it. Use an algorithm to tell me what my house is worth. You give me an offer that's lower, but I still save because of different fees and shit like that. And it's off my hands quick. I don't have to go through the process. Okay, but nobody's selling houses right now, right? Nobody's buying houses right now. And one of the big attractions to OpenDoor was the fact that it was cheaper. You didn't have to pay for real estate agent fees, right? 6%. But now that they just got sued, and now they can no longer, they've been sued for conspiring, coordinating to do this. Now there's more options. Again, I don't think that OpenDoor is bad. It's just that they were a disruptive new thing into the market, but the market has slowed down, and now they are no longer this new thing, right? They had something that was really awesome at the time, and it was new, and it was evolving, and it was actually a cool thing. But eventually, the housing market slowed down. They no longer had something that was proprietary. It wasn't proprietary in the beginning, because other companies are using AI as well, and algorithm pricing, rent prices are doing it, and the market has slowed down. So I really feel like OpenDoor was a cool thing at the time, but now it's just kind of like, all right, well, cool. What are you going to do to advance this technology or this formula that you used? It doesn't have, and they don't make money like they used to either, because instead of buying it quickly and selling it quickly and getting that cheaper discount by selling it to somebody or buying it from somebody and then reselling it higher, they don't have that anymore because nobody's buying. 500,000 more sellers than buyers right now. So I can't see a reason why OpenDoor is going to double, triple, quadruple, or 5x their valuation outside of the hope that they keep spamming people and making people believe that it will to get more liquidity. But then those people are exit liquidity.